Welcome to the Compuware Workbench File A Data Editor for Db2 Display Customization module. Here you will learn how to tailor your table display in the Edit window to make your session more convenient and productive. Here you see a browse session opened on a sample table. All of the tailoring options to be discussed apply to edit sessions as well. A limited number of the options may be accessed from the toolbar. The full range of tailoring options are accessed from context menus. In particular, right-clicking anywhere in the column header area will display the column context menu as seen here. Right-clicking in the column below Filters will display the row context menu as seen here. The first option to be discussed is column resizing. The table shown has just been opened. Note the truncation both in the data and the column headers. One remedy is to select all columns, display the column context menu, and choose Auto Resize. The result is shown. Note that the auto resizing applied to the data, but not the column headers. That must be done manually. That result is shown here. Next, we will look at the Hide Row option. Several rows have been selected. We display the row context menu, then choose Hide. The result is shown here. Zooming in on the left side, mousing over a hidden row marker will display the hidden row count. Displaying the context menu again, this time choosing Flip, we see that the hidden and displayed rows are exchanged. Another look at the context menu shows that Unhide All is now enabled. Back at the full display, we right-click above the Department column, display the context menu, and choose Hide Column. We see that the column is now hidden. Another display of the context menu and choosing Show All Columns brings it back. Viewing the full display again, then the context menu, we select Choose Columns. When the Column Chooser box appears, the desired columns are selected and the display is changed accordingly. The next example will show how to move columns to the left side of the display and retain them there while shifting other columns. The context menu is displayed and Freeze Columns is selected. When the Freeze Column box appears, the columns to freeze are selected. The first column selected becomes the leftmost in the display. Additional columns will appear in the order selected. Here we see the result. The Freeze Field border is the thin blue line just to the right of the frozen columns. The display may be scrolled to the left, and columns may be grabbed and dragged either way, but only up to the Freeze Field border. When no longer needed, display the context menu and choose Unfreeze. At times, it may be beneficial to sort the data in the display. This can easily be done by simply clicking in the column header area. Ascending order is indicated by a small up arrow. Subsequent clicks in the same header area toggle from ascending, the current order, to descending, shown here with the corresponding down arrow, to the original unsorted arrangement shown here. Sorting on multiple columns is also available. Here we see that the job column has duplicate values. To sort the adjacent column, hold down the Alt key, then click in the column header. Here you see the result. The next topic for discussion is row filtering. Filters may be applied to one or more columns. Filter values are case insensitive. Multiple filters are treated as AND conditions. To apply a filter, specify it, then press Enter. A filter is comparable to a SQL-like operator. For example, a filter value of ABG applied to column 1 would be the same as where column 1 like %ABG%. Let's have a closer look. Here we have specified the letter A for the filter in the name column. Pressing Enter displays the result. All names contain the letter A. Adding the letter R to filter the job column, then pressing Enter, we see that the first filter was retained and the second was applied as well. To clear an individual filter, click on the Clear Filter icon on the right side of the filter area. To clear all filters, display the column context menu and choose Clear All Filters. Next, we will look at two display options that are launched from the toolbar, the Row Editor and Hex Display. To begin, we have highlighted a row, then we click on the Row Editor icon. The highlighted row is now shown in row display mode at the bottom. Columns may be resized if necessary. To reveal more of the lower display, grab the top and drag up. Highlighting a different row at the top will display it at the bottom. Clicking the Row Editor icon will reset the display. Back on the full display, clicking the Hex Display icon will change the display to the standard 3-line hex display shown here. Clicking the icon again will reset the display. If the normal display font is small, it may be beneficial to enlarge the hex display. To do this, choose Window on the menu bar, then choose Preferences. When the list appears, navigate to Compuware, then File A Data Editor. On the General tab, the font setting is at the bottom. Finally, the default display font is what is set for text editors, and that is generally 10-point. To change the font and size, do the following. On the menu bar, choose Window, then Preferences. When the list appears, navigate to General, then Colors and Fonts. Next, highlight Text Font, then click on Edit. When the font box appears, choose the desired font, style, and size. Here, in a fine example of what not to do, we have chosen Old English. Here you see the majestic and illegible result. This concludes this module. Thank you.